प्रेम से बोलो श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, आज शक्ति नव दुर्गा माता की जय, बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. Dear devotees, let us all stand as we prepare ourselves for our arati this evening. Blessings to all of you for having taken the time to come and to perform your pujas and to join us in our Ganesh puja and this Ganesh Utsav celebration. Let us all prepare for Arati as we meditate upon that beautiful enchanting form of Bhagwan Sri Ganesh. As we close our eyes, we visualize that beautiful murti of Bhagwan Ganesha and the Arati saying that victory to Lord Ganesha, who is the son of Mother Parvati and Lord Shiva. O Bhagwan, you possess one tusk. You are that form of compassion. You possess 4 arms and you wear the sindur. You ride upon the mushak, the rat, as your vehicle. O Prabhu, you grant sight to the blind. You heal the diseased. You bring sons to those who are without, and you bring wealth to the poor. O Bhagwan, devotees serve you by offering palm leaves, flowers, fruits and laddus, and the holy ones, O Prabhu, they serve you with love and devotion. Let us all blend our voices together as we glorify Bhagwan Sri Ganesh. Shri Ganesh Arati. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Tera Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Ganesh, Ganesh, स्वामी की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, आदिशक्ति नव दुर्गा महारानी माता की जय, बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। आराम से बैठिए, प्लीज बी सीटेड comfortably, devotees. Once more, devotees, a very warm and cordial welcome to each and every one of you here this evening. As we engage ourselves in devotions to Bhagwan Sri Ganesh, blessings to all of you who came and made offerings to Bhagwan Ganapati Ganesh Baba. And just by being here, just by looking upon that beautiful image of the Lord in the form of Sri Ganesh, we receive the darshan or the blessings of Bhagwan Ganesh. The darshan is when we are able to take these eyes and to look at God. God is here in the form of these beautiful murtis. Bhagwan has come alive to give his darshan and to give his blessings. So it is a great blessing and a great fortune for us to come to Yagna, especially during this very auspicious time of the Ganesh Utsav, and to look, to cleanse the sense of sight by gazing upon that beautiful enchanting murti, that form of God in the form of Bhagwan Sri Ganesh. Blessings to each and every one of you devotees, blessings to your families, blessings to all your pitras. At this time, let us all sit upright as we close our eyes and we concentrate upon Bhagwan Sri Ganesh. In your mind, you recite Om Gam Ganapataye Namah, Om Gam Ganapataye Namah, Om Gam Ganapataye Namah. Let us pray to Bhagwan Ganesh as we chant this sacred mantra, seeking the blessings of Bhagwan Sri Ganesha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakareshu Cha Sarvada Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Saraswati Rupena Sanstitha Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्रामूर्ते सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय. Let us all chant together. Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Bhagavati Mama Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Bhagavati Mama Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Bhagavati Mama Om Gam Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Bhagavati Mama Om Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Bhagavati Mama Om Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Bhagavati Mama Om Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Bhagavati Mama Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Bhagavati Mama Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Bhagavati Mama Om Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Bhagavati Mama Om Ganapataye Namo Namah Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Namo Namah Ashta Vinayaka Namo Namah Bhagavati Mama Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. I had a very, very tiring day and I was still trying to put out my best. Already had quarter the amount of thing I had to do today. I don't sit down so far. Only I want to clap, only I want to sing. We go put on some Ganesh, put on some chutney music. See how they go start to. See how the body will get going. The foot goes start to tap, the hand goes start to clap. They go start to sing, roll and loti and thing all about. When bhajan is being sung, kirtan is being sung, you have to clap and sing. That is how you clap away your sorrows. That is how you run away your problems and your difficulties. You see, your mind have to be in your praise. Otherwise, you would not get any benefit. Your mind and your heart have to be in your prayers, as I keep saying to you over and over again during the course of this yagna and other times, that your mind have to be on God. If you are to receive the blessings of Bhagwan, you have to put that love and you have to put out that devotion and you have to put out that faith. Just as you are bringing nice parasad and offering to Bhagwan, you want to offer the nice laddu and the figs and the coconuts and the apples and the grapes and all the different fruits. You put out your best in terms of the phal or the parasad to Bhagwan. So too, you have to put out your best when you are doing your puja. You have to put your mind and put your heart, and Bhagwan will smile because this is all that He wants from us. He wants us to be happy. He wants us to be prosperous. He wants us to have knowledge. He wants us to be free from all difficulties and challenges and problems. And we can only get that when we make Him happy. And how do we make Him happy? By doing our devotions with love and with faith and with belief. Then He will smile, and when He smiles upon us, then all blessings come our way. So when we start the kirtan again, please clap and sing and lay all your problems at the feet of God. He is Vigna Harita, the remover of obstacles. There is no obstacles too big for Him to remove. He knows everything of the past, the present and the future. Everything that we go through, all our karmas, Bhagwan knows everything about us. He feels our pain. But we have to trust Him and put our faith and put our belief in Him. And then Bhagwan will take away everything. Leave everything up to Him. Say, God, You know what is in my heart, what is in my mind. You know what I am going through. Bhagwan, I put everything just at Your feet. Just as I put all the parasad and the coconut at Your feet, Bhagwan, I leave everything there. So that when You, O Bhagwan, this image of Yours goes back into the water, and just as the clay will dissolve, so too Bhagwan, may You dissolve, may You take away all the problems and difficulties that I find myself in time and time again. So this is why when we place that murti into the water, and it is made from the clay, as I explained to you, this murti should not be made from plaster of Paris or any other material, but the clay, because this is the katha behind the Ganesh Utsav. So when that clay murti is placed into the water, then it dissolves slowly, and Bhagwan takes away all our difficulties, all our problems, all our worries. So devotees, last night we started a wonderful katha, a wonderful conversation that took place between Lord Shiva and Parvati Mata. Narad Muni came to visit Ma Parvati. He went to Mount Kailash to have the darshan of Bhagwan. And when he went there, he saw Mother of the World. And she was seated there. When she saw Narad Muni, she got up and she received him. She performed his puja. She worshipped him. And then Naraji said that, "Oh Devi, do you know the story of that mala that Lord Shiva wears? He wears a mala of skulls. But do you know the history of that? Do you know why he wears a mala of skulls? And do you know whose skulls those are that is in that mala around his neck?" So then Girija said, "Oh Narad Muni, I do not know." And Naraji then left and went back to Vishnu Lok. Devi Mata, it is said, she asked Bhagwan Shankar, "Prabhu, please tell me, whose mala is that? Whose skulls that you have string in that mala that you wear around your neck?" And Bhagwan said, "Devi, those are your skulls. Whenever our Leela comes together in the various kalp, in the various rungs of creation, then I take your head, your skull, and I string it on that mala to show my love for you. To show that we are inseparable, that we cannot be separated. Just as the heat cannot be separated from the fire, so to Devi we cannot be separated. This is a symbol of my love." No, not that another man to one put on the wife neck, head another neck. He's saying, this is a symbol of my love and dedication to you. In every rung of creation, when that rung of creation comes to an end, I put your skull around my neck to show my love towards you, my devotion towards you. And she became very worried that, "Oh Bhagwan, why is it that I have to give up my body? Why can't I remain with you forever? Why do I have to be reborn again and again, oh Bhagwan?" And Bhagwan said to her that, "Oh Devi, the reason why I am immortal, I do not die, it is because I have that Bij Akshara mantra of Shri Ram enshrined in my heart. That Bij Akshara mantra is like a lamp to take away the darkness of ignorance. And I mentioned to you, when we chant the name of Bhagwan Sri Ram, when we worship Shri Ram, it is said that mantra destroys the darkness of ignorance from our heart and within our mind. Bhagwan Shiva says that that mantra, that beach mantra, will make you so powerful. It will drive away all your sorrows. It will make you immortal. And then she requested, Prabhu, I want that mantra. Please give me that mantra also, so that I will also become immortal. And I will not have to be separated from you, Bhagwan. Please give that mantra to me. So, Shri Suchi Maharaj, who is narrating these kathas to the saints and sages, and Bhagwan Krishna is narrating the katha to Raja Yudhishthira. Remember, Raja Yudhishthira is in distress. He and his brothers, the Pandavas, they are in distress. They are in the forest, going through great hardships. And he wanted a way out. And so he turned to Lord Krishna and he said, Bhagwan, tell me, what can we do to bring an end to our miseries? And here Bhagwan Krishna is saying that if you worship Ganapati Ganesh Baba, you worship him and you seek his blessings, then he will take away all your problems and difficulties in life. So Krishna Bhagwan is narrating Katha to Raja Yudhishthira. And Suji Maharaj is narrating the very same Katha to the saints and sages to tell them about the glories of Bhagwan Sri Ganesh. So here Mother Parvati, she is requesting Lord Shiva to give her that beach mantra, that beach Akshara mantra, so that she will never have to be separated from Bhagwan and that she will remain immortal as Bhagwan Shankar. So Katha continues. Tab Bhagwan Shankar bole, Bhagwan Shankar says, Hey Uma, meri baat suno. He says, Devi, listen to me. इस पर्वत पर भिन्ना भिन्ना प्रकार के जीव बसते हैं, उन सब के आगे में किस प्रकार बीज मंत्र तुम्हें दे सकता हूँ. Bhagwan is saying that, oh Devi, I cannot give you the mantra just like that. I have to give you this mantra when I am sure that there is nobody around, because this prayer is so sacred, it is so powerful. And dwelling on this mountain, there is sure to be a lot of other creatures dwelling here. But I cannot give you the mantra, knowing that there are other creatures here in this mountain. Now this mantra is so powerful. And when, as Sanatanis Hindus, our children are initiated, when we are initiated, when we receive Guru Diksha, or as we say Christian, to make it easy to understand. When we receive Guru Diksha, and Guru Diksha Sanskar is one of the major sanskar that we have to do. And we have to initiate our children very early, when they are around 8-9 years. That is the best time. At that time they can understand what is their responsibility when that mantra is given to them. So around the time it is the best time to initiate them, to give them that Guru mantra. And that mantra, you will notice, as Bhagwan Shankar is saying that, Devi, I cannot give you that mantra in the presence of everybody. I have to give you that mantra in secret. In the same way, when you have Guru Diksha Sanskar, you will notice that the children will cover under the chadar, under the sheet. And the Baba will give them the mantra in the air. And he doesn't want anybody else to hear that mantra except the child or the children who are being initiated. That is why they will ring the bell and read the kanta, so that nobody will hear that mantra. Because that mantra is a special mantra, a special prayer. It is such a powerful prayer that not any and anybody is supposed to hear that. That mantra is only for that child or for those children. So that when they chant these mantras, they do the job, when they do their havan, that mantra, just as Bhagwan Shankar is saying that the beach mantra of Prabhu Ram will make him immortal, so too that mantra will make us immortal. So it is important that we initiate our children. And you know, sometimes as parents we say, well, I will leave it up to the child to decide who they want to choose for their guru. That is not right. That is your responsibility as a parent. When you have to send your child for extra lessons, you need to sit down and think carefully where you're going to send your child and who you're going to send your child to learn by. When you have to send them to school, isn't the same thing? You are concerned about who the teacher is going to be, because you want the best teacher for your child, for your children. So just as you are very selective in wanting the best teacher for your children's academic education and other academic and other forms of education. So too when it comes to Guru Diksha Samskar, you have to choose very wisely who you choose for your child's Guru, for your children's Guru. Because as I've said, and Ramayana teaches us, today you have many wolves in sheep clothing. You have many people who will put on the garb of the holy man, but they are not holy. They use this for their own personal gains. And as I always keep telling people, when you have a guru, your guru must set the right example for you. He must inspire you. He must help you to develop yourself spiritually through his guidance and through the way that he will live his life and through the examples that he will set. You don't want to choose someone, yes, they will talk nice when they're doing their puja and whatever, and when they leave there, they live a different life. Double standards. You want someone who will maintain integrity and who will have morals and ethics and values. These are the type of people you want to initiate your children with. So we have to be very careful, and we have to make that choice as parents. And we have to be very selective. And you have to investigate, and there's nothing wrong in doing that. Get to know people first. Not because you see somebody maybe popular, or they're good looking, or whatever it might be. You choose them. You choose that person based on the lachana, the qualities that they have. The good qualities, the godly qualities, because you want the children to be uplifted. You want to be uplifted. You want when your Baba comes to the home, the Guru comes to the home, he will uplift your home. I mentioned to you that when that Guru who lives the right life, when he will step into your home, when his feet will touch your ground in your yard, when his feet will go into your house becomes blessed. You have to do no puja again. That is when you have a true Guru, one who lives the life. You have to utter a single word. Just by his mere presence in your home becomes blessed. Your family becomes blessed. But when you take up anybody and you bring them who not living the right life, who are not truthful, who do not maintain morals and ethics and values and all these things, then instead of bringing joy and happiness in your home, you bring problems and difficulties in your home. So that responsibility is, devotees, parents, is your responsibility. You have to make that selection for your children. Sometimes children don't know what they want. They just get carried away. Your friend tell them, Papa is my guru, you laugh and make joke and thing, You should get Krishna with him. Now, he may be a good person, yes, but then again, he is bound to be a good person. So you have to, as the parents, you have to investigate. And then you make an informed decisions. Get your children initiated. When you receive that Guru mantra, as Bhagavan Shankar is saying, those mantras are so powerful. Sometimes when you give them the mantra, and you don't put it on they come back, they say, Baba, you could write down the mantra for me? You forget it, Whereas now, done 10 minutes and you forget the Guru mantra. Sometimes years after they ask, Baba, you could remember the Guru mantra you give me? 10, 15 years, you get Krishna, but you ask him, Baba, you could remember the mantra you give me? If you don't chant the mantra, if you don't do your jap, if you don't do your havan, of course you will forget it. When you regularly chant that mantra, you do your jap, you do your havan, you will build the Shakti. The energy will come into that mantra. And this is what Lord Shiva is saying to Parvati Mata, that Shakti, that energy that is in that mantra is what will destroy all difficulties. It will destroy the darkness of our mind and will guide us onto the right path. So Bhagavan Shankar is saying, Devi, I cannot give you that mantra just like that. It has to be done secretly, without having any other beings, any other creatures present here today. Only then can I give you that mantra. And so Bhagavan Shankar says to the Devi, as we listen in this chaupai, as he is preparing himself to give the beach mantra, that seed mantra, Prabhuram, to Devi Mahaparvati. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Ram. Jai You have to be worthy to be here to do puja to Bhagwan Ganesh. This is God's will. All of you are blessed by God tonight to be here. You could have been in 1,000 different places tonight. But Bhagwan gave you that inspiration, He gave you that lessons, He gave you that guidance to come here because you are worthy of it. Because that is in your good karma to be here. So we have to be worthy to receive Guru. We have to be worthy to receive Guru Mantra. You have to be worthy to receive a good Guru. You see, what you get in life because of your karma. If you get a good one, that is your good karma playing out. You get a not so good one, that is your karma playing out. Everything that happens is because of karma. So we have to be worthy to receive the blessings. And this is why Bhagwan is so concerned. He doesn't want to give her the mantra and open for any and anybody to hear. He's saying that, oh Girija, you are worthy to receive the beach mantra of Prabhupada. And this is why when we are doing the Guru Sanskar, the Guru Diksha Sanskar, that is why you cover the child and we do it in private. Because not any and anybody should hear that mantra. And so what happens? Bhagwan Shankar is preparing to give that mantra. Jo bhi yaha mantra sun leta hai, बाल उसके निकट कभी नहीं आता है, वह अजर अमर हो जाता है, अतः किस प्रकार में इस मंत्र को प्रकट कर सकता हूँ. Bhagwan is saying that not even Kal, not even death can come close to that person who listens to this immortal mantra. That person who listens to this mantra of Prabhu Ram, they become immortal. Therefore, O Devi, how can I disclose this mantra for everyone to hear? It has to be done in secret. Tab Girija Madhur Bali Mein Bola Ki. And so Parvati Mata, with a loving voice, she says, Hey Prabhu, Aap sab jeevo ko yaham se bhag dijiye. She says that, O Bhagwan, please drive away all the living beings from on top of this mountain, so that I can receive that mantra. तब भगवान शंकर ने अपने मन में क्रोध किया, जिससे इस पर्वत पर बस करने वाले सारे जीव जंतु चारों ओर भगने लगे. And so Bhagwan Shankar, it is said, for the sake of this Leela, as I explained to you, Bhagwan is a loving God. He smiles upon us. But for the sake of the Leela, it is said he became angry. God is not controlled by the gunas. The gunas are the qualities in man. You have three qualities in every human being. You have Satugun, the mode of goodness, Rajagun, the mode of action, and Tamagun, the mode of laziness. So some people, they are controlled more by the Tamagun, the Satugun, which means that they are more godly people, loving people, understanding people, caring people. You meet people like that sometimes. And then you have the Rajagun people, they are very active. They cannot sit down quiet. They're always on the go. They're always agitated. And then you have the Tamagun people. Those are the lazy kind of people. They don't care if Sunday fall on Monday. They live a carefree life. The three qualities, Satagun, Rajagun, and Tamagun, resides in every human being. But as I've said, in some people, the Satagun, the mode of goodness, dominates the other two. While in some people, the Rajagun dominates the other two. And while in some people, the Tamagun, the mode of ignorance and laziness, dominates the other two. So based on these gunas, it determines our mentality. So Bhagwan is not controlled by the gunas. The gunas do not affect him. But for the sake of the Leela, for the sake of the play, the cosmic play, Bhagwan will assume these various forms and roles. So he became angry. And when Bhagwan became angry, he said, all living beings from that mountain, they started to run in all different directions. What happened then? Sarva pratham shadiyam yaham vaham bhagane lagi. First it is said that the ants started to run helter-skelter. Bhaki sab jeev bhi udkar bhagane lagi. And then the birds started to fly away. जब परम कृपालु भगवान शंकर ने देख कि पर्वत अब जीव विराहित हो गया है, तब हे व्याघ्रचरण का आसन बिछड़ फेंके. And then what happened? When Bhagwan Shankar saw that all the creatures left the mountain, when they deserted that mountain, he sat down on the mrigachal, he sat down on the tiger skin. Why the tiger skin? The tiger is an animal that represents lust. And by Bhagwan sitting on the tiger skin, it means that he has subdued. These things do not affect Bhagwan. Lust and anger and hate and malice and envy and enmity and jealousy. These things do not affect Bhagwan. But as I've said, for the sake of the Leela, for the sake of the play, he will enact these things to show us the dangers of growth, the dangers of anger, and all the negative things. So Bhagwan sat down on that seat. But what happened? जिस वृक्ष के नीचे देव आदिदेव शंकर आसन विचार कर बैठे थे, उस वृक्ष पर एक तोता रहता था. He sat down under a tree, Bhagwan Shankar, to prepare to give the mantra. But what happened? On that tree, a parrot used to live. And so the parrot, it is said, when Bhagwan became a bit angry, the parrot flew away. But the parrot had an egg in the nest. And so the parrot left the egg over there. उसके घोंसले में एक अंडा था, जिसे छोड़कर तोता उड़ गया. हे राजा युधिष्ठिर, भगाया में जो वधा होता है, उसे कोई नहीं मिट सकता. Bhagwan Krishna is saying, O Raja Yudhisthira, no one can change one's fate. What is written in one's fate, that is what will come to pass. We cannot undo our fate. What is written will come to pass. Each and every one of us, when we came into this world, the astrologers will tell you, the great astrologers, they can read the lines on your forehead. They can read your palms and they can tell you what is your destiny. We all came into this world at an appointed time. Not one iota of a second before or after. That is the time that was written for us to be born. And similarly, there's a time for us to die and to leave this world. We do not die one iota of a second before that appointed time or after that time. Sometimes we say people die before their time. No. When according to karma, it is time to be born, we are born. When according to karma, it is time for us to leave this world, then we have to leave the world. And this is why we do not take time for granted. We do not take life for granted, because we do not know when that appointed moment may come. So Bhagwan Krishna is saying that, O Raja Yudhishthira, listen to what happened. भगवान शिवा ने जब माता पार्वती को बीज मंत्र सुनाया, भगवान शंकर के सर, he then gave that बीज मंत्र to Mother Parvati. तो उस अंडे के भीतर रहे जीव ने अपने चित्त में उसे धारण कर लिया. समय बीतते बीतते अंडे से एक बच्चे का जन्म हुआ. जब तक बाहर वर्ष का समय बीत चुका था. It is said when Bhagwan was given that mantra, remember there was a little parrot inside that egg about to be hatched. And it is said that the parrot heard the mantra. Remember, no one was supposed to hear this mantra. The parrot, it is said, heard that mantra, and the parrot memorized the mantra. You see, in Hindu Dharma, it tells us from the third month, when a woman is in family way, consciousness comes into the fetus. The fetus, the unborn child, becomes conscious of everything that is external from the mother. This is why when the sanskars are performed, the Punsavan sanskar, the Simantoyan sanskar, these are the sanskar when a woman is in family way, these sanskars are performed at different intervals of the pregnancy. And it helps the child to develop physically, mentally and spiritually. Special pujas are done, special mantras are recited, special havan are done to ensure that that child becomes brilliant, to become like a great devotee of Bhagwan, like Prahalad. They said Prahalad, he became devoted to Bhagwan Vishnu while he was still in the womb of his mother. Because his mother was engaged, she was not engaged in the gossip of the world or doing negative things and keeping negative thoughts in her mind and saying negative things. Her mind was on God. And so that energy went into that child Prahalad. So in the same way, when a woman is in that way, and the pujas are done, and when that woman will maintain a certain type of diet, when she will listen to beautiful music, soothing music, calm music, then it is said, when she will read to the child, when that child comes into that world, that child is a total different child, brilliant child, with good qualities, with love. Some children are like that. They are born and they are very, very calm and peaceful. That is because of the good and soothing music that the mother will listen to. But when the mother only listens to chutney, as the child come out, he started to jump, restless, always agitated, moving, always angry, hardened, wouldn't listen. That is because of the environment that the mother will keep herself in. You keep yourself in the calm, peaceful environment, the child will have that nature. You keep yourself in that type of environment where there is negative things being said and negative things being done, then the child will sense and feel that vibration and will have that type of attitude and behavior when they come. So it is said that child, that fetus, learns while within the womb of its mother. And so the little parrot, inside the egg was hearing that mantra, and the parrot memorized that mantra. What happened? As time passed, the egg hatched, and so the little parrot came out. Now Bhagwan Shankar, for 12 years, he was given this mantra to Devi. He was telling her about the greatness of Prabhu Sri Ram. And so, Bhagwan Krishna says, O Raja Yudhishthira, listen to what happened. After 12 years of time passed, listen to what happened to that parrot. And listen to what happened to Bhagwan Shankar when he realized that this parrot heard that sacred mantra. So Bhagwan Krishna says in this chaupai as we listen. Jai Rama Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Sri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Jai Rama Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama भगवान शिवा ने माता पार्वती को जो भी मंत्र दिया वो सब उस अंडे से निकले चूजे ने सुन लिया. It is said, whatever mantra and prayer that was given to Mother Parvati by Bhagwan Shankar, it is said the little hatchling heard everything. And remember, this katha was going on for 12 years. The parrot by that time, he grew up. And what happened, Mother Parvati, she started to feel a bit tired after 12 years, listening to the katha. And she soon fell asleep. The parrot was still there and he was listening. And Bhagwan, when you're having a conversation with somebody, the person who is listening, they will say, yes, good. So Parvati Mata is asleep now. So all this time, this is what she was doing. She's saying, yes, Bhagwan, that is so true. I agree. Well said. So she fell asleep now. As Bhagwan Shankar is talking, the parrot said, good. So Bhagwan Shankar is thinking, well, he's talking to Parvati Mata. But this time is the parrot answering everything. So Bhagwan Shankar, it is said, he finished his katha. And Parvati Mata, she got up. Jaham tak tumne katha suni hai. So Bhagwan Shankar is saying to her, well, Devi, for all this time I have been telling you about the glories of Bhagwan Shri Ram, the wonderful katha, the wonderful leela of the Lord. Well, tell me back something now. Tell me about what I said, what you heard, what you learned. You see, when we listen to katha, we have to learn, we have to retain, we have to keep it in our mind. That is how we learn, and that is how we spread the message of Bhagwan. You have to learn. Going yag after yag, listening to katha, and if we are not memorizing or learning anything, then we are wasting our time. So tell me, what have you learned, O Devi? Shiva ने तब अंतर्मुखी होकर कहा, हमने जो पुनीत कथा आपसे सुनिए, उस समय हुंकर कौन कर रहा था. Tell me the katha as I have narrated it to you. So she said, Bhagwan, I have to be honest with you, I was so tired, I fell asleep. And Bhagwan is saying now, well, if you fell asleep, then who is it that was answering when I was reading the katha? Who was agreeing with me and who was listening and learning everything? Please tell me. There must be some other living being here, because if you are asleep and you were not answering, then somebody had to be answering. Bhagwan concentrated, and then he heard the sound of the parrot. Bhagwan Shankar क्रोधित होकर वे अपना त्रिशूल ले उठ खड़े हुए. Bhagwan Shankar, he took up the trishul. He said, okay, you were not supposed to be here. You listened on to something that was very sacred that you were not supposed to listen to. Bhagwan Shankar took up the trishul, and the poor parrot seen Bhagwan with the trishul coming down. He, like Caribbean Airlines, he started to take off. He started to fly. He was filled with fear, and he was going all around the three worlds in fear of Bhagwan Shankar. It is said wherever he went, pleading for help, pleading for shelter, no one obliged that bird. No one obliged that bird. No one helped him. He was left to fend for himself. Dukh ke mool saman, krodh ke dharan, Shiva us tote ke piche bhagte rahe. And so it is said, Bhagwan Krishna, he is saying to Raja Yudhishthira, that anger is the root cause of pain. You see, when we are controlled by that krodh, by that anger, that is what destroys us. You know how many people are sitting down in the prison right now? Just because they couldn't control their senses, control anger, and they went and did something, now that they are regretting. This is why we don't act in haste. You don't act when you are angry. Before you act, your mind has to be calm. You have to be cool, you have to be collected. Because if you act in haste, in anger, you may do something that you have to regret later on. So it's always good if you're in a situation like that, calm yourself, drink a little water, relax a little bit, walk away from the situation. Don't be encouraged, people encourage you, but don't take that from here now. Hit him two big stone behind here. If he feels he could curse you, curse him more. Sometimes we have to learn to practice dhiraj and patience, and we have to learn how to walk away from situations. It's not easy, it will take practice and time. But you have to learn to walk away from situations, from allowing that situation to escalate into something bigger. So we have to control that which is called krodh or anger. Otherwise, krodh and anger is like a wildfire. It will burn and destroy our mind. This is why when you're doing puja, you have to be calm and you have to be peaceful. Do not allow anyone or anything to disturb you when you're doing your prayers. Because you might be focusing on Bhagwan, somebody will come and disturb your mind, you might become a bit angry. And so all your devotion, your prayer and your penance is gone. When praying, you have to be peaceful, you have to be calm. This is why in Sanatana Dharma, our Dharma teaches that when you sit to pray, as all of you are seated here calm and peaceful, this is how prayer is supposed to be. People shouldn't be jumping up all around the place. And we see a new thing starting the dancing now all about. No, that is not Sanatana's way of prayer. That is not what our Dharma teaches. Our Dharma teaches you sit quietly and you pray. You got to get up and dance and all those different type of antics. That wouldn't please Bhagwan. Is what you have inside here what will please him. You sit down calm and you have love in your heart and love in your mind and you're doing your prayer sincerely, Bhagwan will be pleased with that. This is why he said in Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Tuam, it takes very little to please me. If you can't do puja as we are doing here, offer whatever you have, leaf, flower, fruit, water, offer it with devotion, offer it with love, I will accept it. Bhagwan is interested in the simple things of life. And as I've said to you on many occasions, never make prayers a problem. When you sit to pray, do not allow anyone to disturb you. Keep your mind on your God. Keep your mind on your prayers. This is why when you have puja at your home, you should ensure that everything is prepared before Baba comes. Most importantly, prepare your bedi for your prayers. Prepare your prasad. If your prayers is early in the morning, you have whole day to cook. When Baba sit down to do puja, pepper and coriander mustn't be burning the nose. And burning the nose at the yajman who sit down. People sneezing, people coughing, people get distracted by these things. You have whole day to do those things. If your prayers is late, do as much as you can. When you sit to pray, everybody should sit and they should listen to prayer and puja. When you are invited to a puja, you are invited to go to pray. That is the purpose of an invitation extended for puja. You are invited to go there to pray and to be part of that puja and to receive the blessings of the puja. When you sit wherever you are, when that chandan will come to you, when that perfume will come to you, when that prasad will come to you, when the arti will come to you, when you partake of that bhojan, you receive the blessings of the puja. You get something out of the puja. This is why when you are doing puja, people ask Baba, well, why you just do arti? Why does Pastor arti? A little boy asks, why people just put money? And I said, son, our dharma teaches that you do not only take. You go to puja, you get everything. You get chandan, you get perfume, you get panchamrit, you get parasad, you get food, you get the blessings of the puja. So you have to give back something to the puja. Because Bhagavan Krishna says that those who take from the gods and do not give back anything, you are a thief. So you have to give back something. That is your way of giving back something to the puja. One lady says, I don't put money in arti, I put a flowers. If that is your belief, fine. But you have to give back something to the puja. You have to give back something to the yajna. Especially in temples. We go to temples sometimes and we don't understand how expensive it is when the committee have to pay for things. To pay for electricity and water and to maintain the building. And that is your way of giving back something to your village. Giving back something to your community. So that your temples will be uplifted. And that you yourself and your family and everybody in the village will be uplifted. We have to give back devotees. As Hindus, we have to give back. You know, it is so sad that when this time comes, we see people, if you go and check the price of ghee now, you see how much they jack up the price. Our own Hindu people doing that, you know. You go to buy puja materials, you go buy things for puja, they realize it's a busy time now, so now is a time to make extra money. We must not do those things. We are Hindus, we are our brothers and sisters. Yes, it's a business to do it, you have to make a profit. But don't do those type of things. Don't become greedy. Don't become selfish. Give back something to your dharma. When you give back something to your dharma, Bhagwan will give you back something. But if you don't give, how will you receive? So we have to give. So what happened? It is said, we have to learn to control anger, krodha, and don't allow it to get to our minds or to our heart. It is said, Bhagwan Shankar, he kept pursuing that parat. And it is said, what is written in one's fate, it is said, that is what will happen. It is said, no matter how hard Bhagwan Shankar tried, he could not release the trident from his hand, the Trishul. to strike that parrot. Bhagwan Krishna says, "Jab tota dukh se atyanta vyakul ho gaya." The parrot after some time became very, very tired. And the parrot went down to an ashram. It went down to the ashram of the holy sage Vyas Maharaj. And it is said Vyas Maharaj, his wife, had just taken bath. She purified herself during her, no disrespect to the ladies and to anybody here. She just went through her monthly cycle, and so she took bath and she was purifying herself. This is our dharma. And as I have said, when we advise people to do things as Pundits, we must do things based on the scriptures, not according to our whims and fancies, and not to advise people to do things to get name and fame. Teach people the correct thing. This is where these traditions come from. When a woman is in that condition, she is not permitted to do her puja. Even her nitya karam, her daily puja, she is not permitted to do that. And some people will say, oh, we live in modern times now. We live in modern times. That is Nekya. Yes, we know it's Nekya. But this is part of our tradition, our culture, our dharma, our way of life. And so when that time comes, 5 days after, when she will take bath, she purifies herself. Now some of them telling people, telling ladies in that condition, you could sit down and do puja. Because that is something you have no control over. The Ajis and the Nanis, they would tell you about those things. What you can do and what you cannot do in that condition. So I don't want to sound, rude to anybody, but these are things as they come in the katha, we have to touch on it. If you are in that condition, you are not permitted to perform your puja. You have to wait. Purify yourself, and then you can engage yourself in your prayers and your puja. So we mustn't advise people to do wrong thing, especially our young people. Mislead them, because we want to be different. We want to show that we're better than everybody else. No, the scriptures, Bhagwan Krishna says, is your guide in determining what you should do and what you should not do. The scriptures is your roadmap. The scriptures is your GPS system to guide you. We don't do things based on whims and fancies and what we feel is right. We have to do what our holy text state. And here the wife of Vyas Maharaj, it is said, after that time she took her bath and purified herself. She prayed to Suryanarayan Swami to become pure again. It is here in the holy text. It is said what happened? After she purified herself, she yawned. And as she opened her mouth, what happened? It is said, according to the katha, the parrot flew through her mouth and went into her body. Chasing the parrot, Bhagwan Shankar, he came to that spot. And he realized that the parrot was now in her body. Bhagwan Shankar tried to scare her so that she will release that parrot. And then it is said, Bhagwan Shankar addressed her. Shiva pranam kar bole, Bhagwan Shankar, he put his hands together and he paid his respects to her. He Rishi Patni, hamare chor ko apne sharir se nikal dijiye. Bhagwan is saying that, O Devi, drive that thief out of your body. Drive that thief out of your body, because he listened to something that he should not listen to. He stole that mantra. It was not given to him willfully and purposefully. He stole that mantra. And then he said that Rishi Patni ne kaha, He Nath, main nahin janti ki. Aapka chor kaham hai. Ataha main kaise baat sakti hun. She's saying that, oh Lord, I do not know where that thief is. So how can I do that? To chase him out of my body. Jab buddhiman Shivaji bole, waha chor tumhare udhar mein sam gaya hai. Bhagwan Shankar, it is said, who is that most intelligent one? He said that, oh Devi, oh wife of the Rishi, that thief has entered into your stomach. Please drive him out. Trust my words. or else I will destroy you at this very moment. इसी समय महर्षि व्यास वहम गए आए और भगवान शिवा को पधारा हुआ, देखकर शीश झुककर उन्हें प्रणाम किया. At that time what happened, while that conversation was taking place, it is said, Vyas Maharaj, he came there, and seeing Lord Shiva, he went and bowed to Lord Shiva with great reverence. After hearing the whole story, the sage said, O Lord, please do not destroy her. But when that child will be born from her, I make you a promise, Bhagwan. You can take that child when that child is born from her. Hearing these words of the sage, Bhagwan Shankara became very happy and he smiled. He said that, O great sage, हे मुनिवर, आप दिन पुत्र होने का अशंक को त्याग दीजिए. Bhagwan says that, O great sage, please get over your apprehension that you would bring into this world a pitiful son. So Vyas Maharaj is thinking that, remember, this child didn't come through the natural way. When that bird went into her body, she became in family way now. So Bhagwan Vyas Muni, he realizes that this is not my child, in other words. And Bhagwan Shankar explained to him that this is a thief. So in other words, Vyas Maharaj is trying to say, I will give him away. You have some parents that say, well, yeah, sorry, I make you national plant as avocado. Come on, better is avocado. Some children, because of their children attitude, it is regret, But your child, where you go do? With your child, you have to love them, you have to protect them, you have to do what you have to do for them. Instill good values in them. I know we just try sometime, but you have to keep going. Don't give up on them. So he's realizing, well, I have to get rid of this boy, so let me pass him on to Lord Shiva. So Bhagwan Shankar is saying that you, O Vyas Maharaj, you will never give birth to a son like that. A son that will be one controlled by anger and one that will have bad qualities. So Vyas Maharaj, with folded hands, he said that, O Bhagwan, be pleased with me. And after Bhagwan Shankar, he left, he said Vyasa, he went to Mount Kailash again. प्रेम से बोलो श्री महापति महादेव की जय. भगवान शंकर इधर भगवान शिवा कैलाश में आए पर उनके हृदय में बहुत बेचैनी हो रही थी. Bhagwan Shankar, after he returned to Mount Kailash, what happened? His mind was confused. And when Bhagwan Shankar, it is said, became so angry because his mind was disturbed, Parvati Mata said to Bhagwan, what has happened? Please explain everything to me. And so Mother Parvati, it is said, she became a bit depressed when she saw Lord Shiva behaving in such a way, when he became angry. She then left and she went to her son Kartikeya. Remember, she has two sons. Ganesh is one, Kartikeya is the other son. So when she saw Bhagwan Shankar, his mind was confused and he was not behaving normal because of that whole situation with the parrot and what transpired between him and Vyas Muni and his wife. Bhagwan Shankar, his mind became confused. When our minds are confused, this is how sometimes we behave. We are unsettled. Sometimes we become angry for no reason. Sometimes we want to take out that anger on the people around us. And that is not fair to do such a thing. She became a bit frustrated when she saw Lord Shiva like that. And she left and she went by her other son Kartikeya. And on seeing his mother come in, Kartikeya, he went out, he received his mother, he bowed to her and he says, Ma, why have you come here? Mata Parvati ne jab unhen sari baat bataye. And Ma Parvati, she explained to her son Kartikeya all that happened. And Kartikeya, when he heard that his mother was in distress, he himself was in distress. You see? As children, we have to always be supportive of our parents, especially sons. Daughters will marry and daughters will go, they will have their own family, as we say. Yes, the son will marry and they will have their own family also. But a son has a special place in the home and in the lives of the parents. But nowadays you see the daughters, even though they're married, they're doing more for the parents. Sometimes when the boys get married, they can't even come at the mother again. They can't pick up a phone and call. If they do go and they get something to eat, they want quick, you know. Make sure nothing they fall on their clothes and when they go home, it's trouble for them. So that type of relationship between sons and parents should always be there. So he felt distress. And he says that, Ma, you know what? If I keep you here, there's nothing wrong coming here, you know. I'm happy to have you. Whatever I can do to make you happy and comfortable, I am happy to do that. But it is not right for you to be here, because if Bhagwan Shankar comes, if Pitaji comes, he will become angry. Because remember, you left the house just like that. And a woman, no matter, you know, in situations like this, should not leave the home. Now, having said that, I will never encourage any woman to stay in a home where they are abused, where you are being beaten and threatened and treated badly. Little things like these, little trivial things, that's no reason to leave your home. You work out those things. But when it comes to being physical, and so many of our women are being abused nowadays. So many of them have been killed nowadays because of some of these men and their bad attitude and bad ways. Because they cannot control the crowd, they cannot control the anger. And mothers and fathers, teach your sons to be respectful of women. Teach them that when they get married, that wife is your partner in life. And she's not a punching bag for you to beat and abuse. Not only physically, but mentally and spiritually also. Teach them to be respectful. Set the right examples. Do not do these things in your home. When young men see these things, when young men see the father beating the mother and ill-treating her, they grow up with these mentality. And in their mind, they will feel it's something what my father used to do. You know? Because sometimes people encourage you to do wrong things, bad things. Sometimes even parents will tell them, slap him out, put she out. Don't let she talk to you this way. Because some parents don't understand that when your children get married, give them some space, give them some room. Don't butt in and interfere in their life all the time. Let them make mistakes, that is how they learn. But sometimes some parents don't know how to let go. Especially when they heard them little mama boy and them. Let your son go, he's a big man, he's married. Let them make mistakes. That's how you learn. That's how we learn. But everything you want to choke in your mouth, everything you want to interfere in, don't do those things. Let them make their mistakes. Let them work out the little problems. And this is what we have to teach our sons, to be respectful. Not every lady you see in the road, you're winding down your glass and pushing your head out and like a turtle in the shell. And you had a suit and you had to heckle people, heckle ladies. And wild man that behave so, caveman and they behave so. You never see a girl that you have to be heckling her, suiting her and sending message on phone and they have time with you. You become a nuisance. So we have to teach them, be respectful. That is not some object. That is a living human being, breathing human being. A person who has feeling. And when you hurt those feelings and you betray those people, you betray their trust. It is not nice. Because one day to come, you may have children, you may have a daughter or daughters, and if she's being treated by your son-in-law in that way, you wouldn't like it at all. You're ready to pick up cutlass and go and chop and fight. So it's all well and good for you to do somebody else's daughter that, but you don't want nobody to do your daughter that. So men must learn to be respectful. Learn to be respectful. In the time that we are living in now, sometimes people will see a lady with a ring in she finger, they see cinder and she had a thing and they still heckling the lady. Sending all kind of message and all kind of quote and all kind of thing. Have some respect. Have some dignity, have some standard, have some morals and ethics and some values, man. Why you have to behave so and become a nuisance in society and a nuisance to people? You know? Be satisfied, you get married, be satisfied, that is your wife, have a good relationship. Why are you watching this one? Why are you watching that one? Why are you causing problem for people? Why you want to break up people's home? Why you want to break up people's marriage? Why are you so selfish? If somebody do that, you wouldn't like it. But you want to break up people's home, people's living, destroy families. That is not right. And Bhagwan Sri Ram, it is said, when Ravan took away Maya Sita, what was the outcome? Prabhu Ram take care of him? I'm not promoting any violence here, right? But this is what happens. People get destroyed in the process when you do these things, when you destroy homes, when you destroy families. When you eye too long and you're watching this one and you're watching that one. Be respectful of people. Don't behave like you now fall from the moon or somewhere, outer space, and you never see a lady before. Be respectful. So, I will not condone any woman staying in a home and being beaten and abused. But I mean trivial little things. Bhagwan Shankar just became a bit upset and she left and she went by his son. And Kartikeya is giving good advice. He said, Ma, this is not right. Bhagwan will become angry. So I think it is best for you to go back. I don't want to disobey my father's word. It's such a nice lesson as sons. This is what Ganesh Baba and Kartikeya teaches. How to be good sons. How to be loving sons. How to be respectable sons. How to look after your parents' interests. This is the duty of sons. This is what Bhagwan Ganesh and Kartikeya represent and they teach to us. That we must honor our parents and we must love them and protect them and be there for them. Be obedient to them. Don't be disrespectful. Don't say hurtful and negative things to them. He said, Ma, you have committed a grave mistake. And so, he said, Ma, go and perform penance. Go and perform penance. Meditate upon my father, your husband. Meditate upon him and he will bring back that shant. He will bring back that peace to you. Your mind will become peaceful once more. And so listening to her son, she went and she started to do her meditation. And doing her meditation, it is said, her mind became once more shant. It became once more peaceful. And she returned back to Bhagwan Shankar. So as time went by, as we close our katha, everything worked out in the best for everybody. Bhagwan Shankar became once more as he is, Antaryami, that Supreme Lord, Deen Dayalu Kripa Sagar Bhakta Vatsal Bholenath. He is Nilakanda Guru-choted God. Bhagwan, for the sake of all of us, he performed this Leela to teach us so many important lessons. So devotees, as time went by, that Arat came out and he was known as Shukracharya. He became the head of the Rakshas, the demons. It is said. He caused problems, but he also had to meet his fate. But because he heard that mantra, it is said that mantra was able to save him also. And he became immortal. So while he came out as a Rakshas, as a demon, he was reborn. It is said, because of the power of that mantra, he became immortal. And remember, Bhagwan Shankar said to Devi, that this mantra, this beach mantra, whoever hears it, they will become immortal. And so the parrot became immortal. Devi Ma became immortal. And Bhagwan Shankar, the Lord of the universe, he fulfilled that Leela that he came upon this earth to do. Prem se bolo Sri Mahapati Mahadeva ki jai, Aaj Shakti Jagat Janani Mata ki jai. This katha goes on and on. Time does not permit for us to go further. So with these words, devotees, we bring our katha to an end. We'll have the Havan and Adesh will give us a bhajan, and then we will stand for the final arati.
Baba Moria re, Baba Moria re. मोरिया रे, बाबा मोरिया रे। हे गणनायक सिद्धि विनायक गणपति बाबा मोरिया, बुद्धि प्रदायक मनु सहायक गणपति बाबा मोरिया। हे गणनायक सिद्धि विनायक गणपति बाबा मोरिया, बुद्धि प्रदायक मनु सहायक गणपति बाबा मोरिया। बाबा मोरिया रे, बाबा मोरिया रे। प्रथम देव सब तुमको स्वामी, प्रथम आरती तेरी। प्रथम देव सब तुमको स्वामी, प्रथम आरती तेरी। प्रथम करे जप बंधन तेरा, प्रथम है पूजा तेरी। प्रथम करे जप बंधन तेरा, प्रथम है पूजा तेरी। विनायक विघ्न विनायक गणपति बाबा मोरिया। विनायक विघ्न विनायक गणपति बाबा मोरिया। बाबा मोरिया रे, बाबा मोरिया रे, मोरिया रे, बाबा मोरिया रे। गौर पार्वती के नंदन हे दुख बंधन देवा। गौर पार्वती के नंदन हे दुख बंधन देवा। भोग सदा जब भोग लगाय श्री पीपल देवा। भोग सदा जब भोग लगाय श्री पीपल देवा। एक जात तुम दयावंत हो गणपति बाबा मोरिया। एक जात तुम दयावंत हो गणपति बाबा मोरिया। बाबा मोरिया रे, बाबा मोरिया रे, मोरिया रे, बाबा मोरिया रे। प्रथम देवता मंगल में सुखकारी। देवर देव प्रथम देवता मंगल में सुखकारी। तिलक सिंधु अति मुकुट सुशोभित मूषक किए सवारी। तिलक सिंधु अति मुकुट सुशोभित मूषक किए सवारी। उमा पुत्र गणराज विनायक गणपति बाबा मोरिया। उमा पुत्र गणराज विनायक गणपति बाबा मोरिया। बाबा मोरिया रे, बाबा मोरिया रे, मोरिया रे, बाबा मोरिया रे। गणनायक सिद्धि विनायक गणपति बाबा मोरिया। बुद्धि प्रदायक बल सहायक गणपति बाबा मोरिया। मोरिया रे, बाबा मोरिया रे, 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 मोरिया रे, बाबा मोरिया रे। बाबा मोरिया मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया। गणपति बाबा मोरिया मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया। गणपति बाबा मोरिया मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया। गणपति बाबा मोरिया मंगल मूर्ति मोरिया।
श्री गणेश भगवान की जय। Let us all stand devotees for the Purnahuti.
Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Mudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णावम् ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णावम् ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णावं स्वाहा। ॐ अन्नकिन्यस्तरिभि सर्वपापरं शिवं करिणं कालिपितं देवश्री सुनिग्राष्टं च अग्निदेवता आश्रमं प्रति गृहान्ताम्।
Fan the fire. Flower. Praying से बोलो श्री अग्नि देवता की जय. Let us all extend our hand towards the Havan Kund and we pass our hands over our head as we take the blessings of Agni Devata. Shri Agnaye Namaha, Shri Agnaye Namaha, Shri Agnaye Namaha. Praying से बोलो श्री अग्नि देवता की जय. So we recognize the presence of my son-in-law Pundit Rajiv. I don't know if my other son-in-law Pundit Vashish is here, and my brother-in-law Pundit Shastri and my godson Pundit Arun, they are also here this evening. Blessings to all of you. Thank you for coming out and joining us in our devotions this evening. Blessings to all of you devotees. At this time, let us all join together in the final arti. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Tera Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Mata Tera Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Tera Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Mata Tera Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Ekadant Dayavant Char Bhujagari. Ekadant Dayavant Char Bhujagari. Aage Sindhura Sohe Sati Savari. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Tera Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Adhan ko aapne kapurya utaya. Adhan ko aapne kapurya utaya. Adhan ko putra dekam dhan ko maya. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Tera Parvati Pita Mahadeva. पान चढ़े फूल चढ़े और चढ़े देवा. पान चढ़े फूल चढ़े और चढ़े देवा. मधुबन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा. जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Tera Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Ekadant Dayavant Char Bhujagari. Ekadant Dayavant Char Bhujagari. Aage Sindhura Sohe Sati Savari. Jai Ganesh, पूर्ण करे और करे मेवा और करे पूर्ण करे और करे मेवा लखों का भोग लग संग करे सेवा श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, आदिशक्ति नव दुर्गा माता की जय. Let us join in closing prayer. May Bhagwan bless you all, bless your home, bless your families, bless all our pictures and ancestors. We pray for our country, we pray for the world. In many parts of the world, millions of people are in distress. Great floods have taken place in many parts of the world. People are displaced, people are hungry, people have no home, people have lost hope. O Ganesh, may you shower your grace and blessings upon these places and upon these individuals. Bless our country, Bhagwan, so that all the crime and all the negativity, all the hate and all the violence, Bhagwan, through your grace and blessings will come to an end. O Prabhu, we touch your feet, accept our puja, our offerings, bless us all. Om mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam janardanam yad pujitam maya deva devi paripurnam tadastu me. Om asatu va sadgamaya tamasu va jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Tvameva mata Shapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandho Shasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mammadeva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. प्रेम से बोलो श्री गणेश भगवान की जय, सीतापति रामचंद्र की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, आदिशक्ति नव दुर्गा माता की जय. बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. आराम से बैठिए. Please be seated, devotees. Our tea will be coming around to you. Please remain in your seats. We have meals prepared for everybody. So we have it in a takeaway form. So please remain right where you are. Your parsad and your food and your drink will be coming right where you are seated. Thank you all so much for coming out and joining us this evening in our devotions to Bhagwan Ganesh. Tomorrow morning we conclude our Yagna. We will begin puja at 7 a.m. Those of you who would like to make offerings, you can come in from around 8 a.m. So we'll have about an hour and a half in which to make offerings to Bhagwan Ganesh. At around 9:30 we will start to prepare to depart with the murti. We have two murtis this year. One of the murti was donated by Rakib and family, and the second murti, the one on the Singhasan, there was donated by Rakib and family. And Rakib is my godson, and the second murti was donated by Roshni and family. Roshni is also my goddaughter. And so we wish Bhagwan Ganesh blessings upon them and their families for this wonderful gift of the murtis, where we are able to worship these murtis and get the blessings of Bhagwan Sri Ganesh. So we'd like to thank my another godson, Videsh, and his, I don't know if he's a friend or a relative. Thank you so much for your PA work, your great work. We appreciate all your effort and your time and energies in coming and doing this wonderful service for us. And also my son-in-law, Pundit Vashish, he also for 3 nights operated the PA system for us. Blessings to him and a special thanks to him. So there are a few people that, we would like to thank, and without them this yagya would not have been possible. So Let me thank all of you who gave donations in cash or kind. We appreciate your donation because without that we would not have been able to have our Yagna. And to members of the kitchen staff, Shiva, my brother Robin, Lily, Shivani, Bobby, Iti, Rakib, my sister-in-law Mala, Kami, Eastlyn, Anil, Navin, Mira, Gayatri, Melissa, and Lucky. Thank you all so much for all your hard work and dedication in the kitchen area. Let me thank Beto and Tara who made the Dhub Mala every day so that we could have it to do our puja, to worship Bhagwan Ganesh. And thanks very much to Jaya, Darian, so much coming every day and preparing the baby, preparing everything for puja so that every day so will come on mornings to do the cleaning. Avian and Carol, thank you all so much. Thanks to my nephew, Papa Boy, Darshan, and Arjun for sharing Arti and Chandan. So I hope I didn't leave anyone out. And I want to say a very special blessings to members of the group, to Adesh, my neighbor. And the first night we had Rajan Hitram from Mandesi. Thanks to you both, the harmonium players. And to my brother, I have to say Ravi, because I know Ravi since he was so high. Grew up in the same village. Thank you so much, Ravi. And thanks to Shivanan, the nephew, for being here. This evening we have, I keep forgetting the name, Akash with us on the downtown. Thank you so much. There's a colleague father, Malta, right? So, and he named Malta. So, Malta. So thanks so much to all of you. I hope I didn't leave anybody out. Thank you all so much for coming every evening and making your offerings, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. Okay, so once more we'll be going over to Otahiti, the residential area, to immerse the Murti. This year with the permission of Mr. and Mrs. Idu from Idu's Weldon store. They have given us permission to use their premises in Otahiti for the immersion of the Murti. And they are only doing that as a favor to me. So we want to thank them very, very much publicly for that kind offer to use their facilities to immerse our Murtis tomorrow. So please come out tomorrow, join us in our final part of our Yagna as we immerse our Ganesh Murti tomorrow. So you can bring along, if you have coconuts, you can husk it out and bring it along, and you can bring your flowers, and we'll make offerings to Bhagwan Ganesh before we leave to immerse the Murti. So we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow morning. Blessings to all of you, and we'll hand back over to the group from Bhajana 2 while your meals will be served to you. So members of the kitchen staff, you can start your service at this time. Thank you all so much. God's blessings, and Sitaram.
बच्चों जिसकी कौने मरण सियारा
Hallelujah.
ओ बरन सिया राम बरन सिया राम, ओ बरन सिया राम बरन सिया राम बरन सिया राम, बता दे सखी कौन बरन सिया राम। सखिया बिछाव जानकी को देखो, सखिया बिछाव जानकी को देखो, ओ सेवक देखो हनुमान, सेवक देखो हनुमान 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 हनुमान, बता दे सखी कौन बरन सिया राम, ओ बता दे सखी कौन बरन सिया राम। बम बम भोले कांवरिया चलो रे बात, बम बम भोले कांवरिया, बम बम भोले कांवरिया चलो रे भाई, बम बम भोले कांवरिया, ओ बम बम भोले कांवरिया चलो रे भाई, बम बम भोले कांवरिया। संग संग मिल के चलो चलाना, संग संग मिल के चलो चलाना, संग मिल के संग संग मिल के चलो चलाना, संग संग मिल के चलो चलाना, संग में भांग पूरा रे भाई, बम बम भोले कांवरिया, ओ संग में भांग पूरा रे भाई, बम बम भोले कांवरिया, बम बम भोले कांवरिया रे भाई, बम बम भोले कांवरिया हो। भोले के मन में बसाए, ओ भोले के मन में बसाए, चले डगरिया, भोले के मन में बसाए, राखो चले शिवके डगरिया, सब बड़ी कांवरी कान्हे बड़ी है, सब बड़ी कांवरी कान्हे बड़ी है, भोले के मन में बसाए, राखो चले शिवके डगरिया। बम बम भोले कांवरिया चलो रे भाई, बम बम भोले कांवरिया, ओ बम बम भोले कांवरिया चलो रे भाई, बम बम भोले कांवरिया। यहाँ से दरस में नैना, यहाँ से दरस में नैना, चढ़ न पाए न चैना, यहाँ से दरस में नैना, चढ़ न पाए न चैना, सबकी लगन में भोली से लागी, सबके लगन में भोली से लागी, यहाँ से दरस में नैना, भोले न पाए न चैना। बम बम भोले कांवरिया चलो रे बस, बम बम भोले कांवरिया। हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम, सुनो मोरे रामा विनय हमने, सुनो मोरे लक्ष्मी विनय हमन, मर जाओगी मर जाओगी मर जाओगी, तो भले भक्ति हमें भवसागर पार करना, प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना, प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना। हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम, सुनो मोरे रामा विनय हमारे, सुनो मोरे लक्ष्मी विनय हमारे, मर जाओगी तुझको भले भक्ति हमें भवसागर पार करना, प्रभु जी हमें ओ प्रभु जी हमें ओ प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना, प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना। जरा न दूर से तारो अहिल्या तारो अहिल्या तारो तारो अहिल्या तारो अहिल्या भक्ति जगत हो माता कौशल्या माता कौशल्या माता कौशल्या हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम सुनो मोरे रामा विनय हमारे सुनो मोरे लक्ष्मी विनय हमारे मर जाओगी तुझको मरेगा हमें भवसागर पार करना प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना प्रभु जी हमें प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना प्रभु जी हमें भवसागर पार करना